In the description under each video there is a link to the LGBT dating Telegram channel. Subscribe and find your other half in life.
Did you feel this? Asked suspiciously. What? Her voice tone was confused. This. -1 said when I felt another raindrop. She smiled, probably thinking I was crazy. But soon she realized what I was talking about. Wait, are you talking about? She didn't even had time to finish the sentence when the sudden storm started. Oh God, Lauren, Camilla shouted, standing up. No, Lauren. I opened my eyes, trying to dissolve the memories of that weekend. There was no point in crying over spilled milk, as they said around. Now it was time to move on, and try at least to make the woman stop hating me. I got up from the couch, dragging myself to the bathroom. A hot bath would solve my pure tension for a few moments. I stayed soaking in the tub for half an hour, and yet, those women disturbed my thoughts. In these moments I wondered if straight girls were so disturbed by their husbands. Or maybe women were more complicated. Two things were stopping me from relaxing. The first, the reason why Carla had snubbed me. Second, what had happened at lunch between Vero and Camilla. I didn't like the idea of them together. Vero has always been a predator, and to think about the possibility of her having Camilla at the mercy of her desires caused me a nuisance that I couldn't explain. I could very well ask Iglesias, who didn't want anything, drag some answers out of her without the woman even realizing it. But even if I had the answers, what could I do? Absolutely nothing. My world was turned inside out by two women with whom I had absolutely nothing with. It was too much for me. I was no longer the reckless teenager from years ago. The situation would have to be resolved. I decided not to care. Vero was the key for me to back away in a personal way from Miss Cabello. But about Carla, I would still find out. That situation wouldn't stay like this. Camilla's paw. I entered my house slowly as to not make any noise. At this hour both Dinah and Allie were sleeping, which was expected since it was past midnight. I took my high heels off my feet, throwing them in a corner of the living room, to then go in the direction of the bathroom where I would take a nice and warm bath. After this exhausting day, it was all that I needed, a hot bath and a good night's sleep. When I left the bathroom, I dressed light clothing and threw myself on the bed, still thinking about how I had gotten some payback on Lauren. Vengeance was too good to only be slightly appreciated. I could see in those green eyes the hate for the teasing I made. Her serious countenance made it noticeable for kilometers just how angry she was to see me dance for the boy on stage. Poor guy. I didn't even care about him. If he knew that he didn't cause in me not even a shiver, I bet he would never read him there. The only goal of everything was to provoke in Lauren the pure jealousy that she deserved to feel. It wasn't a secret that despite everything, my will was to throw myself in her arms and spend the whole night being satiated by Lauren's desires. But my ego was too hurt. I needed to teach the Almighty that there I had control of everything, and not her. And I guarantee that her expression when she heard the sentence that I had planned all day was priceless. I want to talk to you now. Lauren spoke furiously at the bottom of the stairs. Thank you, Marina, you can leave. I spoke calmly to one of the newbie dancers who just followed my orders. The young woman smiled and left quickly. What was that? She asked, serious. What was what? That damn performance, that guy. And you are prohibiting me to see you. I smiled sarcastically as I saw her exasperation. I had the urge to slap her due to the anger she made me feel during the day, but at the same time I also wanted to kiss her lips in pure desire of seeing her so bossy. I don't see a reason for you to get exalted. I'm just doing what I always do. I shrugged indifferently. Carla, what's the problem? You can't do this to me. Lauren approached me, holding my arm with certain strength, making my body clash with hers. I fought to have enough strength to back away from her and tell her what was stuck in my throat. Don't think that something has changed after what happened. If you want to see me, get in line. Everyone here wants the same, but no one can get it. You have got to be kidding me. You have to understand that I am not yours. Don't expect to get here and have me every night, Yaregui, because you are very much mistaken. Now get out, I'm not seeing anyone. I spoke arrogantly, trying to express all my superior air. I wanted payback for the way she treated me earlier. Carla? Lauren shouted angrily, but I didn't even bother to answer her. I would teach that woman the right way to behave. The spell had turned against the sorceress. It was obvious that I was sad, way sadder than I really should be. The rude and harsh words coming from that woman marked me in a way that I had never thought to be possible. Lauren had been drawn in my mind as the perfect woman she was this weekend. I knew of her flaws, but they had never been used on me. In the moment when I received her arrogant orders, a part of my admiration was gone, and a huge confusion was formed. What was the reason for her to treat me in such a way? I didn't know. I didn't understand. I accommodate myself in bed, trying to relax and sleep, but the entire time that pair of green eyes materialized in front of me. I liked Lauren, unfortunately I liked her. She wasn't the right person for me. Living on a tightrope that divided my life between Carla and Camilla was dangerous. Maybe her attitude has been the key for me to get rid of a future problem. There were so many beautiful and attractive women around. Veronica Iglesias was one of them. Today she had invited me to a pleasant lunch, which I confess to have done me very good. Liked our lunch, Miss Cabello, the woman said with a smile. Also like to have lunch with you. We can set it up more times. What do you think? Don't know, it's fine by me. It will be a pleasure. Take my card. You can call me anytime you need company, okay? May seem a little crazy, but I have my sane moments. I smiled at Vero, who held my hand tenderly. Don't say that. You were my best company today. Thank you. No need to thank me. And about everything you told me, don't worry. These family problems are always happening. I'll help you with it, and I'll keep everything an absolute secret. You are being incredible. Specialties of the Iglesias blood, miss. She said, laughing, causing me to laugh as well, which by the way was all that needed. My life was turned upside down, and I didn't know anything anymore. I decided to try to sleep, asking God that at least in my dreams Lauren would leave me alone. Pauvre Lauren. Today I was in a better mood. After the awful day yesterday, I woke up confident that things could get better. I was inwardly begging for Camilla to be calmer, and surely she would. Miss Cabello was too sweet to treat me coldly. At least I hope so. I got out of the elevator in slow steps, noticing that some employees hadn't yet arrived. And one of them was Miss Cabello. In the same instant I wondered if she wouldn't come anymore. No, she wouldn't do that. The woman was totally professional. I went to my office. Her work hours haven't started yet, so I decided to wait. At exactly bam, the woman exited the elevator, making me smile. She wouldn't leave me hanging. Thank you, Carmilla, I spoke to myself. The brunette approached her desk, putting her things in her bag on top of it. She was beautiful as always, however today much more casual. She wore a pair of jeans with a moss green silk blouse and a white feminine blazer. Her hair was in a very well-made bun, with some strands of hair loose, probably due to rushing as to not arrive late. And in her face the small and delicate reading glasses. The woman grabbed her notebook and walked towards my office. I could feel her lightly sweet perfume fill the atmosphere. "Good morning, Miss Yaregui." "Good morning, Miss Cabello. How are you?" "I'm fine, thank you," she said, serious. Negative point. Camilla always smiled at me when she arrived. "Are you sure?" "Yes, ma'am. Do you need anything?" "Yes, have a seat, we have to talk." "Is it something related to my work?" "Not exactly." "Then I don't see a reason for it," the woman spoke firmly. "Camilla." "It's Miss Cabello, I want to be called like this." I stood up from my chair, walking towards the woman who didn't say anything else. "Okay, Miss Cabello, I want to apologize for being an idiot with you. I shouldn't have treated you like that." I tried to transmit the maximum sincerity in those words. Camilla stared at me, letting out a small puff. "You don't have to apologize. You are absolutely right. We have a relationship based on work, and like that it will have to continue. As you wish, but well, I also called you here for another reason." "You can speak." "I want you to get the number of Mr. Barcelos. He's a great lawyer. I believe he's the best to take care of your sister's case and..." "When?" Camilla instantly stopped writing down the information on her notebook and stared at me confused. "What?" "That's right. Tell him I want to see him today. We'll all have lunch so you can explain him the situation with your sister and your parents. I promised that I would help you, remember?" She really didn't seem to believe in my words. "Lauren, my first name. Things were better, thank you so much, but you don't need to. I talked to Vero and she said she can take care of the case." No, I didn't believe that I was hearing that. Iglesias would take care of something that I promised to fix. Were they that intimate already? This really was not good. "Camilla, I promised you that I would help you." "I know, I remember. And I appreciate it, but Veronica is a lawyer and she said she could do it for me. I don't want you to bother with something that has nothing to do with your life."
Thank you so much for your rating of the video. Please give me a thumbs up so I can continue with renewed vigor. Thank you.